Hello students, I once again welcome you all for English class. Through this video, we will understand the poem Animals composed by Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman is a major figure in early American poetry. In an age when all poetry was rhymed and metrical, Whitman made a break with tradition and wrote a revolutionary new kind of poetry in free verse. He was a nonconformist in all respects, including his social life. The poet tells us that he feels more at home with animals than humans, whom he finds complicated and false. Whitman also draws our attention towards the glaring differences in the attitudes of humans and animals, emphasizing the nobleness in animals as opposed to humans. Mankind differs from animals in physical appearance. People say that we have the sixth sense called reason, which the animals do not have. But are we justified in our stance? This needs a deeper thought as Whitman ponders over it. There are certain traits in us which makes us lower than the animals. That is, desire, greed, discontentment, low self-respect, dissatisfaction, materialistic, sinning, evil thoughts, and the list is long. Do animals have these? Not at all. They don't have desires, don't claim ownership of things, and are not unhappy. And the best thing is that they don't kneel down before other animals. If we recognize these traits of animals, we would feel one with them. This is what Whitman too expresses in the poem. He finds some relation with them. He recognizes the tokens are the basic good traits that they exhibit and thereby in himself too. He thus says that the animals evince them plainly in their possessions. Then he wonders where the animals got these tokens from. He finds an answer too. He remembers that several centuries ago, even humans had those traits, but over the centuries, their materialism had made them negligently drop those traits. Early men are actually called uncivilized and animalistic. People even call them barbarians because they hunted animals for their survival. But has civilization made men better creatures? These men indeed had the traits of animals, and so Whitman hints that we should accept animals as better creatures than us. Only that humans have dropped these traits in pursuit of becoming more and more civilized. With this introduction of the chapter, let us look into its lines and understand more clearly. Now the first stanza. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. In the above lines, the poet says that he wants to live in the world of animals where he finds the world of animals better than that of human beings. He further says that he finds animals more peaceful than humans. He also says that because animals are not running after worldly things like human beings, they are calm and have no greed for worldly things or any kind of achievements. They are self-contained means they are happy with life and never interfere in the lives of others. Humans have the habit of interfering in the lives of others. So, poet thinks that animals are better than humans for being calm and not interfering in the matters of others. The poet further says that these are the reasons why he stands still and looks at the animals for a very long time. The literary devices which are used in the above paragraph are assonance, repetition and anaphora. Assonance is use of vowel sound, that is I. I think, I live with animals. Everywhere I is used. Also the word long is been used repeatedly, which is called as repetition. I word used at the start of two consecutive lines, which is anaphora. Now the second stanza. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick, discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. The poet says that, unlike humans, animals don't complain of any misery. They never cry out loud like humans do, to show that what they have lost. They never stay awake in the night, crying in repentance for their wrongdoings. This means that animals are different from human beings because they don't show anger or grief if something wrong happens with them. He further says that animals are very truthful because they never boast of their good deeds done in the name of God. He says so because most of the human beings do this. They try to show their good deeds and religious to others. They do so in order to gain popularity among their fellows. So, the poet thinks that animals never irritate him by doing such things just to gain some praise from their fellow people. He feels that the animals are not dissatisfied like humans. They stay happy with whatever they have. They never run behind worldly things. They never try to possess things of comfort or luxury. He says that none of them is mad behind owning the worldly things. Literary devices which are used in this paragraph are anaphora, used of repeated words at the beginning of two or more consecutive lines. That is, use of they do not. And metaphor in these lines is sweat and wine refer to the cries and complaints of human beings. Now the third stanza. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. Here, the poet says that he has never seen any animals showing his devotion to anyone by bowing down in front of the person. They never do so even for their ancestors. They do not show devotion towards God like humans do. No one among them is more respectable or important as we have in our human society. In human beings, rich people are generally given more importance and are treated with more respect as compared to the poor. But in the society of animals, they never do so. They never give more or less importance to any other animal. Everyone in the animal world is happy. They are not like human beings who find themselves the happiest or the saddest persons on the earth. Further, the poet says that animals are more honest in showing their relations with other animals. Here, he wants to say that animals use other animals as their food and they never try to hide this. Whereas, human beings show that they have nice and friendly relations with others through the reality in opposite. The poet says that he accepts the fact that animals are true towards showing their relation with other animals. Literary devices which are used in this paragraph are metaphor. The inner qualities of humans are referred to as tokens. Now, the last stanza. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? So, at last, the poet introspects himself and says that from where the animals got those good qualities. He further questions himself that where his own good qualities are gone. Did he left them or had carelessly lost them somewhere? Qualities that were found in human beings in the past, like innocence, kindness, truthfulness, are now seen in animals. He wonders that humans gave up these qualities and they have been passed on to the animals. There is no rhyme scheme followed in the poem. With this explanation of the poem along with its literary devices, we have come to the end.